Congratulations, big milestone. You all, the obviously saying playing one professional game is good enough. Do you believe you've got 300?
I certainly didn't dream of playing 300 when I first got into playing professional basketball, but and to be honest, I haven't really used this week to reflect on it so much, given our schedule that we've had. So, but if I was to say something, I'd say the best part about playing this many games is meeting the people along the way in the journey, and then being able to share the journey with people that are close to me. And when I first started out in Cairns, it was myself, my parents, my sister, and now I get to share it with my wife and my two kids. And for me, that's the best part of it, really.
You've been across Australia, played in Europe, but apart from sharing that journey, is there any really good memories?
Yeah, I mean, obviously winning the championships. I mean, you play professional sports for the engagement with your teammates and ultimately coming to an end goal. And in professional sports, it's being in the grand final, competing for a championship. So winning those two is definitely up there. But yeah, a lot of my focus has just been what I've done through the journey off the court, sharing it with the people around me. So that's a real big part about it for me.
I'd imagine a JackJumpers Championship might trump the two
championships. It'd be pretty close. You know, it probably will, because what we've been able to establish here early on, it'd truly be special to do that. But having said that, there's a long way to go, and a lot of our mindset hasn't been around the championship as such. But as you would know, what we've been saying from day one is the building blocks we put in place each day and every week, and that's pretty much how we go about it.
When you finish up your career, do you see yourself referring to yourself as JackJumpers Clint Steindl or Perth Bobcat Clint Steindl, getting the two chips there, or maybe a bit both?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you could throw Townsville Crocs, Cairns Taipans in there as well. So, no, it'll just be probably Clint Steindl, professional basketball player. But if you wanted to have a title there, hopefully it's just Clint Steindl, the regular guy, really.
Yeah. They haven't had a chance to reflect yet, but I guess in terms of coming down to Tassie and building what you and Scott have built here, you must be pretty proud of this part of your career especially.
No doubt. And I wanted to come down here and take a chance and be able to put your fingerprints on a brand new franchise. A lot of the heavy lifting was done by Scott early on, so it was come in, follow his lead, and obviously given the success that we've been able to have helps, but take all that away, you come in here each day and the group of guys, coaching staff, support staff, front office that we have here makes it that much more special and very enjoyable to be around whatever the success is on the side. So.
Did the JackJumpers come into your career like just a perfect fit? You know, compared to maybe when you're young, you might not appreciate JackJumpers come into the right time.
I'd certainly say as you grow older, you come to appreciate different things. I can speak of in professional sports, and some of the things I probably did as a youngster I wouldn't think about doing now, but you know what, it's such a great environment, not only for myself but my family, and the community focus that this club has. Just being able to bring my kids, even my son, into the locker room, onto the court after games. It's those moments that I will look back on after however many games it is as the special ones, and that's what we establish on a day-to-day basis here at the practice courts, and it just gets happen to be seen, I guess, when the bright lights are on, when the cameras are around and people send you photos of you interacting with your friends, your family after games, and I'll look back on those moments as being the special ones.
Still finding ways to improve?
Always learning, mate. Absolutely, always learning. Got to adjust to change, be adaptable. I mean, you're always trying to get better in this environment. That's all we preach, is trying to get better every day.
You look really potent at times this year personally. Is there something about the configuration of the squad this year that allowed you to get off the leash a little bit more at different times during a game?
I'd say we definitely have a lot more weapons offensively. I mean, if you look back on the stats defensively, you can probably see that we're probably not where we need to be in terms of that. But I mean, my job or my role is to go out there, space the floor, be ready to shoot the ball. I happen to be shooting it at a solid percentage right now, so I'm just going to keep doing my best to do that. But really, the head of the snake for us is Milton Doyle, JC, Jack McVeigh. Those guys are the ones that take a lot of the attention. Players like myself, you just got to be ready, waiting to make the most of your opportunities, take those opportunities. I just happen to be putting myself in the right spot and being rewarded from the play of my teammates.
You must have been really proud of the way you were able to win against Brisbane in Launceston on the weekend. Those 4 fouls early in the quarter. It seemed like a really disappointing finish to the game from you guys, and something that you take a lot out of.
Yeah, it had to be. I think you think you can even go back as far as that game in Sydney that we had won, and I think it must have been the second or the third quarter where we racked up 5 team fouls, and there was still 8 minutes left in the quarter. And we knew we had to be disciplined, but we're trying to ramp up what we're doing defensively, and we're able to find a balance. And like you said in that Brisbane game, in that last quarter, we had to find a balance. Otherwise, we're going to hand it to them with free throws. So we're going to be in situations where discipline is needed, just in the way we're trying to turn up our defense. We're going to cause some unnecessary fouls at times, but when discipline kicks in is when we become really tough to score against.
Speaking of free throws and fouls, do you think Milt's getting the calls he should be getting? Is he getting enough calls, or do you think he's sort of, quite demeanour is contributing to him not being?
I mean, Milt's demeanour is very solid. You rarely see him get rattled. I mean, he continues to go about his business in the way he does, and whether that's him getting calls or not getting calls, it's not going to change in terms of his demeanour. So Milt's playing very well for us right now. He's being able to score the ball. He's being able to find guys. But in terms of him getting calls, you might have to ask him that. He'd probably say, absolutely, I'd love to get to the free throw line some more times, but that's part and parcel of the game. Sometimes you are, sometimes you're not, but he's scoring pretty well for us right now.
Richard Beek, the Adelaide 36ers, they've been a bit up and down this year. Beats a really good team, and there was team probably should have been. What have we made of that? They've got about what would you have to do to stop them?
Yeah, they seem to find a little bit of identity now in terms of the way they defend. Obviously, adding Vasiljevic into their roster, he's provided a scoring punch for them. So I guess you'd say after the start they've had kind of kick-started some momentum for them. So they're going to be a tough team to guard. I mean, they've got a lot of guys who can score the ball, and they're spacing the floor for their shooters. So you got to have to defend that three-point line. And you can see the resurgence of Isaac Humphrey and the way he's been able to move this season, and he'll be another problem for us.
He's confident the defense issue the other week, but Brisbane gave it to see more defense.
I think the intensity in which we go about it is going to continue to ramp up. Like I said, the discipline has to come with it, so they're not living at the free throw line. But it's one major imprint that we need to get back to Jackie's basketball is making teams play in the mud, and that's going to be through deflections, being physical. From what you guys have seen in the first 2 years, is we need to get back to doing that, and hopefully we continue that up until the FIBA break.
You mentioned Jack's before. When you're impressed with his start of the year, and he was obviously taking the box captaincy this year, it seemed like he was really relishing that step up.
Yeah, I think either way, Jack was just his natural progression. He was going to take him to another level. And, the plays that he's making now, his ability to play in the post and make decisions out of the short roll has been great. And Jack, he's going to keep shooting that ball, and that's what we want him to do, because he's a major threat out there. And the more he shoots, he's going to find that rhythm, and I'll start going in for him.